Yeah, so last night there was a bit of a coconut fiasco. We husked and juggled a lot of coconuts.
Oh jeez, it's a bit wild, man. Oh.
And then
I mean, someone left them below high tide line.
we're not sure who. And we don't know what happened, but we think they got left just above the tide line.
Just below the tide line?
Above where
above
the
low
water.
tide.
They were left just above the water. The tides come in and carried our coconuts away.
They were so beautifully prepared.
Perfect hairless balls.
So smooth.
So we're going to have to find more coconuts.
Down to our last mocha. It's disappointing. We were going to fight over it this morning, but
We're going to go halves.
we decided to go halves.
Made a truce.
So we need fire.
Well done, Baxter. You made fire.
I'll make a wheel next. You watch me.
Last night, Marc cooked dinner. He basically cooked 2 of our meals for dinner. We didn't eat all the food. And we had a heap of potatoes on the fire that we didn't eat. So we're going to have to eat them this morning. Like, I don't think we have anything left to eat, Baxter. We have condiments for fish, that's it.
No meat.
So I think we seriously have to catch fish this morning.
Marc gets really angry. It's not him speaking, it's actually his tapeworm controlling him. Yeah. And when he does that little, like that twitch, that's him switching personalities.
It's like we've got that angle bag just to carry his food.
Yeah.
It's Marc's lunch bag.
Yeah, we need 4 fridges on the trip just to feed Marc's hunger. Feed your tapeworm.
This little fella here, he's going to do the damage today. We won't be taking any more on any trips unless there's a sticker just like that on the side of this boat. Nomad.
So I found this spot here with a few fish on the sounder, and even though it's scrolling past, I can mark back where the spot was and then use the Mink coder to get back to that spot, which we're just doing right now. First fish of the day, it's just a tiny little trevally on that little octopus jig I rigged up before. So you wouldn't think someone who really enjoys their fishing would get seasick, but I get horribly seasick.
He gets sick enough that I got to tie all his fucking rigs.
Sick enough that we've had to come home a couple of times, which Marc gets very, very angry about. Quells and travel calm and all that, none of that works for me. My doctor said try Finurgan because it's basically the same compound. Took one last night and I feel great, and also positive, slept like a baby last night. The boys want to switch to the bait. I stuck with the jig, reduced the goods. Look at the colours on his cheek there. Around this way, get those. A nice little spangled emperor. I think he's going to be a lunch fish. What do you reckon, Marc? I think fishing's funny. If you catch no fish, you have a shit day. If you catch fish, you have a good day. At the moment, Marc and Baxter, shit day. Stevie, good day.
What'd you catch, mate? You caught the planet.
New boat. I just want a new boat. It's heaps better than the old boat. Just that bit bigger. For that, you know, we're in a bit more swell today, more powerful. We can load it up, still get on the plane, nice and easy. A couple of little motor issues at the start, but that wasn't, I suppose, anyone's fault, but just a mistake in doing some servicing. It's that little problem, and it's running like a dream again. So we're just going to cook up a feed. We got those leftover potatoes from last night with some battered fish, just with a simple fish mix out of the packet. We might have a little bit of sashimi with some offcuts while we wait for the fish to cook. And the coating mix. Salt and pepper flavour. Their instructions were confusing. Empty contents of sachet in the plastic bag. Add seafood. Cook.
We need to set up a serious wind deflector because we have serious wind.
So that spangled emperor that we caught, filled it up, chucked it in the angle on the boat. We've got some sashimi. The rest of it's in there cooking. Fresh sashimi is just spectacular, right? Lucky I caught some fish, otherwise the boys would be bloody hungry right now. What a man, what a legend.
Thanks, Steve. Oh, mate. Oh.
Half an hour out of Gladstone.
You tell us in the comments, will this feed you and 4 others?
Mark's tapeworm
Apparently-
screaming for food.
We got 5 people to feed. We cook more than that than my 3 boys, and they're all under 5.
They've got tapeworms too, though. What do you call your tapeworm? Has it got a name?
No.
What should we name Mark's tapeworm?
Tell us in the comments. Anyway,
These guys climbing coconut trees.
it's a really low tide, so come out and have a walk around and see what we can see. Maybe see a couple of crays sort of sticking there and turning around. Little parrotfish, just cruising around, pretty cool. They're bright green colours. There he is. We're walking around out here and there's still actually quite a bit of healthy coral. So we're trying to stand on the sandy bottom or the dead coral. No point breaking any of the stuff that's still alive. It's all pretty important for the habitat for all the fish. Coconuts that drifted away yesterday in the tide. These are the ones Stevie left. We jumped in the boat this afternoon. Stevie left them in the tide line, and we come back and no one knew where the coconuts had gone. Tied it off, he just picked them up and just rolled them down a bit.
We just borrowed Dave's ladder and his hook and just went and climbed a few palms and ripped a few nuts off.
That's my drink sorted for the after.
Baxter, also we have 4 each.
Yeah.
So we're set.
Phil's
You haven't, Phil?
Phil's got nothing.
So it's time to have a serious business meeting. We need to get back to the car and stock up.
Yeah.
And to do that, we need the tide to be right. Here on our sounder, little info button, and that brings up our tides. It actually shows the Restoration Island tides, which is fantastic. You need about a 1.3 metre tide to get back in, and that's it, 4:15. We're in trouble, eh?
It's late.
Yeah. There's no point going around there until 1.2.
Hey, Mark. We're going to get in the boat, mate. You coming? Snoozy Mark here doesn't want to go fishing. He doesn't have to, I suppose. More room in the boat, more beers for us when we get there.
Oh, Mark fell asleep, 3 beers left.
Perfect.
Wait for the tide to turn. So we just dropped on that mark that we marked back on the side scan, and I hooked up after about 3 or 4 drops. Lost one hook, and the other hook completely snapped off. No barb on it anymore.
Stitched up by a bloody shark. And then, to add insult to injury, he's taken all my gear.
I'm enjoying this. That's nearly as good as catching a fish. I think Baxter might have the curse. We're going back to Portland Roads to get beer. We got breakfast tomorrow. We'll be back in the boat ramp well and truly by lunch. So we've got 1.5 metres of tide at the moment. We need about 600 mils of water. Sneaking our way slowly in there, checking whether we can get in or not. So we're just trying to cruise through here with the Mink Coda. At least that way, if the boat hits the bottom, I'm not happy, but I'm not super fast. So I don't want to hit the prop on the bottom on the motor. So we're just using the Mink Coda to steer us through. Me and Baxter just spotting rocks on the front. Phil watching the sounder, making sure we've got enough depth back there. Look at that. We're in. Tired after catching all the fish this morning.
All 2 of them. Yeah.
That's right. How many did you catch?
Oh, should summer.
And how you feel, Todd?
Real tired.
Real tired.
I see your argument now. How many fish did Mark catch today?
He really catching on. I think that might be Mark's first donut day. Mark's first donut day of True North Adventures. Oh, what's a donut day? Oh, it's 0 fish. I like it. 0 fish for Mark, which is good. It's good to give Mark a few shits to start with. I've actually got 2 this afternoon. I got the little Rally and Spangly. I'm keen to go up and ask him how many fish he caught. So he's got the big donut for the day. We've got the throw anchor out the front. Tell Mark how shitty he is at fishing. Gets you excited.
Time for some pina coladas straight in the coconuts. First challenge will be getting the rum into the coconut. I'm gonna fashion a bit of a funnel, a bit of a spout thing.
Leatherman has the perfect little coconut opener.
Called the nut penetrator.
Fits perfectly, straight in the mouth. Good there.
Aids digestion. Yeah. Slow up. Easy sailor.
I have to do a certain speed or it dribbles down the neck.
Oh.
Surely that's what she said. A bit more?
There you go. Ripper.
Hey Mark.
It's a hefty shot for Mark.
Pina colada, mate.
What do you reckon, mate?
Why am I the fucking test dummy?
Well, you didn't make it, so.
Yeah, found all the ones Steve got.
Is this one?
No, this is a fresh nut.
Fresh nut. What did you get? Wire. Oh, I forgot about the traces.
I mean, there's no milk in there, right? It's basically straight rum.
And how is it?
It's pretty good.
Oh, I forgot about.
What do you got in your hand there, mate?
Oh, just a bit of straight rum.
Start again.
Bit of trace. Straight rum. Bit of trace, bit of wire trace. Sing it. Leader. Wire trace. Wire trace, straight rum.
Didn't really like the white because it's too hard on the.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Rolling it in.
Yeah, straight rum.
So I went to the.
It is very rummy.
Pretty rummy.
It's not bad though. I'm not mad at it.
Just enough coconut
Yeah, just enough.
to make it not straight rum.
But they eat straight rum. The only reason I
Just to water the rum down a smidge. Yeah.
I reckon the other coconuts we've got, they've got heaps more milk in them.
just thickness.
Rummy yet satisfying.
Just thickness.
Yeah.
This guy Barry, I've done some
To
work
get
with.
it over the spout, but then
He's
Yeah.
he's got this lure.
fine. That's fine. Here we go, mate. Enjoy.
Time to put the camera down, mate. You won't be able to stand in half an hour.
Straight rum.
Cheers, boys.
You.
Let me tell you a little something about me. When it's Saturday night, I need to blow off some steam. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The boat was up on the beach. Get the anchors out there somewhere. We've got a spare anchor, but we're trying to work out how to tie that back to the road. What if we just snip that? What if we cut that buoy off? You can only get that off with magic. Back's to tying a knot.
I'm having a mad crack at the bowline. Through. So around that way. Back through our boil. Is that him? Shove happening right now. In tight, go!
Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. At the end of the week, I'm about to blow. Breeze walking to the honky tonk like a pack.
Camembert or brie wheels and eating them just like a pie. Oh, I've never heard of such a thing, but then I saw a bloke doing it the other day.
Maybe the Cohen general store sells camembert on the way home. We can just buy a wheel each.
One wheel.
Do the camembert challenge.